Hello, everybody. It's Cindy Greenway here from lawmarketing.com, and we're here today talking with Chris Dreyer, founder of attorneyrankings.org, on the top mistakes that attorneys are making when it comes to Pinterest. So, Chris, welcome to our session here today.
How's it going? Glad to be here.
Good. Thanks for joining us. Pinterest is certainly a growing social media platform, Chris, and I know that some attorneys are looking at it thinking, how do I use this for my practice? How do I use this to find more clients? Because it's all visually based. So I know there's some mistakes that they're making out there, and I know we've got some other videos as well that will help them in really optimizing their Pinterest profile. But tell us about the top mistakes, if you will, that attorneys are making when it comes to Pinterest.
One of the biggest mistakes that I see is when you're creating these group boards, you need to be very specific, because if you create a board named personal injury, you're competing with every other Pinterest user on Pinterest for that capturing any presence. So you need to use location, specific phrases, and long tail variations of these boards, and be very specific. So if you're a personal injury attorney, you want to create auto accident boards, wrongful death, all your specializations, and instead of just one personal injury board. So that would be one of the big mistakes.
So let me just capture that. I want to just mention, so an attorney, when they're starting up their Pinterest account, should really be doing a little bit of research on what other boards are out there, what other words are being really, popular or are being used, very popular words or keywords, so that they don't insert themselves in that competition. Is that what you're saying with that part?
Absolutely, absolutely. You need to separate yourself. There's so much competition. There's so many users that you need to have your own presence. So, if you're a St. Louis personal injury attorney, use St. Louis in the group board name.
Okay, good to note. Okay, tell us about mistake number 2.
Mistake number 2 is pinning and creating too many boards that are off topic. You need to create an identity for your account. So again, if you're a personal injury attorney, you need to be pinning appropriate content that defines your niche. You don't want to be pinning a lot of you can have some personal boards, but it's important not to be all over the place. You need to clearly be defined by what you're pinning and what your boards are using. So that would be mistake number 2.
Okay. And so what are attorneys doing, though? Are they pinning boards that are of just general interest to them? Is that what they should be avoiding?
Yes, often you'll see that they won't have very many boards. They'll be putting most of their pins in a few, but you need to have many clearly defined boards that use keywords.
Okay, good. And what's mistake number 3?
Mistake number 3 would be basically, let me think about this one for a second. Sorry about that.
That's okay. There's quite a few mistakes, I know, with this platform, especially. It's a little bit confusing for attorneys. So,
okay, number 3, I've got it. You need to take advantage of the summary area. So each board will allow you to create a summary and a description. And if you don't include a summary and written content in those boards, then you have less of an opportunity to rank in the search engines. So you may name your board St. Louis Personal Injury Attorney, and you're targeting one major phrase, St. Louis Personal Injury Attorney. But there's other great phrases to help rank in the search engines. You may want to use attorneys, lawyers, law firm in that summary description. It's the main board topic that if your board is St. Louis Personal Injury Lawyer, that's what the permalink is. So that's the only use of that keyword. And you want to make sure to include those other keywords in the board top summary.
So in the summary, what should we be considering for sure when it comes to the details that go in the summary? I know we need to include the keywords, but what should that really entail?
Basically, you just need a general description of what you're going to be pinning and what users can expect, so that their expectations are met.
Great. Well, I know that more and more attorneys are exploring this platform and adding it to their practice, but again, just really unclear on how to use it and really leverage it. So thanks, Chris, for your tips, and I hope that attorneys will take note of this and avoid these mistakes when it comes to their Pinterest accounts. So thanks again, Chris. I know we're going to be talking again real soon, and with some more information on helping attorneys with social media. So thanks again for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.